It'd be funny to everybody who watches, but it's not funny to me right now. But I'm kind of laughing at myself from the future. And a lot of people will be laughing at themselves as they see this in themselves, because I think it's pretty common. But I hate being told I told you so, and I hate people setting me up for an I told you so. This is probably an issue that I need to look at and make changes to, and the first step is awareness. So let's bring some awareness to it. So you might know what I mean by that, like somebody setting you up to say I told you so. Parents love to do it, teachers love to do it. Any person that's in a position of authority over you, it's a great teaching style. It's a great way to really get your message across. You don't have to force the kid to do the thing, or force the man to do the thing, in this case, like growing up. You just give them the information and send them on their merry way. Everything turns out exactly like you said, and then therein lies the lesson. But then I'm shaking my fist at the person who set me up for the I told you so. Like, they did it. Like, they're the one that reason why I'm in this situation, or like the reason why this consequence, like why this is happening. But it's not because of that. It's because I didn't listen. So that's the premise. That's the foundation for what I'm going to share. But it goes so much deeper. Like, this is probably going to be really fun and cool. So yeah, that's cool with like teachers and people outside of yourself, people in positions of authority that are trying to teach you a lesson. They set you up for this I told you so. But what I've noticed is I still react when it's my own intuition telling me, like setting me up for an I told you so. My intuition goes, don't go there, that's a bad idea. Or there's something not quite right about this, just wait until you have a little bit more information. I'll go, nah, she'll be right. And I'll run straight into it, and I'll learn the lesson, and I'll be shaking my fist at my intuition, like, you intuition, why did you do this? But like, the intuition didn't do this. The intuition just gave me the information and let me go learn the lesson. So what I really want to do is like stop shaking my fist at the information or shaking my fist at the lesson, and just not shake my fist at anything, because just listen in the first place. Like, take the information, take what somebody's trying to tell me, have a think about it, and probably come to the conclusion that I should listen to this really valuable knowledge that's being given to me, whether it comes from a person or from my intuition. But so that's all well and good, like that sounds good, but the objections to it are like, how do you know like when it's good advice and guidance, or if it is your intuition, or when it's something that you shouldn't listen to? And I think a lot of people go around in circles with that, and it feeds into this whole thing of like shaking your fist at the thing that's telling you the right way to go, because you don't listen to it because you're thinking, oh, that's not my intuition, or that's not good advice, and your ego takes over and you go like, I know better, and then you go and do it. So yeah, and the reason why like I've really noticed this is because I've reconnected with people who are just people. Let's just say people. And I see them questioning and doubting their own intuition in situations where I'm like, that is 100% intuition. Like, you know that you shouldn't do that thing or whatever, but they go and do it and they learn the lesson. And then I guess I also become like a secondary thing, because like they're talking to me, they're telling me all this stuff, and I'm going, you should probably listen to your intuition. And then so it's like me and their intuition are teaming up on them to tell them I told you so in the future, when everything unfolds and they see what they need to see. So I see it in others, and this is one way that like I find we grow ourselves more rapidly, is like seeing like the stuff that's in us in others. Like, it's much easier to see it in somebody else than yourself. Like, I've probably said that more than once. That's something that I reckon anyway. So, oh wow, yeah. As I'm seeing other people not listen to their intuition, it's making me more aware of my own, all the times that I'm not listening to mine. And what tends to happen with me is like, I'll stack it up. Like, I'll go against my intuition and I'll just tell myself, nah, that's all good. Like, whatever the consequence was, that was just a coincidence. Or like, I'll explain it away, or I'll justify it away, and I'll keep going, and my intuition will get a little louder, like that. And I'll be like, okay, I'm hearing now. But I still think this is the direction I want to go in, because I can see a lot of rewards on the horizon. I can see like a really cool thing. I can see a path that looks exciting. I'm just going to keep going. And my intuition's getting louder and louder. And every time I go around, it's like proving to me, like, you got to listen to me. You got to listen to me. You got to listen to me. And I'm going, no, it's all good. So without giving any specifics, it's a whole nother thing to journal in here, because it's like so sensory. Like, you can hear the birds, and you can't necessarily see all the wallabies and lizards and wildlife scuttling off into the bushes and the butterflies and everything else that's going on. But yeah, it's very, very intense to journal in here. And I guess I'm also kind of avoiding this journal because it's real to me. And I want to make a commitment to just listen to my intuition more. And I guess the reason why I brought up this whole thing about, like, is it my intuition or is it something else, you know? Like, is it just what I want to believe or what I don't want to believe? Is it just all in my head? Like, I know what my intuition sounds like now. It's like undeniable. And I feel like the more that you do know better, it's like the lessons are harder. Because you got to push more to do the thing that you know that you're not supposed to do, I guess. And also, I'm thinking now about, like, parents, you know, they're like, once you've learned the lesson a couple of times, they sort of completely let go, and they're like, you have all the information, you know that I'm going to say I told you so, and they don't, there's no hands-on anymore. I feel like intuition's like that. Like, your intuition's like, I've told you fucking 7 times and you haven't listened, so now I'm just not even gonna give you the signals. I'm not even gonna, like, I'm not gonna make you aware. It's like this, the intuition gets quieter, or maybe it doesn't get quieter, maybe we just get out of the habit of hearing it. Like, we're just not listening anymore because we keep overriding it. So we're just listening to, like, our ego or whatever you want to call it. Like, we're just listening to, we're just making up shit and not using our intuition at all anymore. So it's a puzzle as well, because in the present moment I'm like, fuck, should have been listening. But I know. Another part is, like, maybe a couple of months ago I thought like I had it all figured out again, and that's another dangerous place to get into when you think like, oh yeah, it's all behind me, like all the lessons and everything. It's never all behind you. I think that's when as soon as you think it's all behind you, that's when you create that imbalance again, and then you're like, it's when you really have to have your ass kicked by the universe to learn. Like, you don't have it all figured out, mate. So that's where we are right now, kind of, as much as it sucks to admit. I've even been avoiding, like, that's something, like, I just only want to document positive stuff, and I don't want to, like, I create this really beautiful picture on social media, especially Instagram, and like, I've been told so many times now, like when I'm talking to mates and shit, like, oh, it doesn't look that way on social media, so there's definitely something out of alignment there as well. But then I'm like, should I even be sharing anything on social media? Like, what is this? Like, I'm feeling very vulnerable right now. I'm feeling like, I'm looking at my journals and stuff, and I'm like, it's all there. And my solution to that vulnerability was to time delay the journals. Wait 2 months before I publish. But it's still like, I watched a couple back recently, and, you know, I'm putting all my goals and dreams, and like, it's so real to me. And I guess, I don't know, I keep wondering, like, is there a reason why I haven't found anybody else who's doing this the way that I'm doing it? But also, isn't that going to be the reason why it's so fascinating? Like, and the reason why it's gonna, you know, bring value to the world? Like, I don't know, I'm just full of doubt, and I don't want to be. But like, every time I go off track and I mess things up, I just want to avoid everything, and then I come back when everything's all good again, which, I don't know, maybe that's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. The other thing is, like, I'm pretty messed up with, like, relationships and boundaries and shit, because I don't even know what's real anymore for, like, how people should treat each other and, like, what's appropriate and everything. And I don't know how to do what I do. Like, I just feel like really isolated in this. I feel like I can't connect with people. Because I record everything, and I take photos of everything, and I write about everything, and I write about it in a very real way. So, like, if anybody wants to be a part of my life, like, they have to choose whether they're kind of like compartmentalized off to the side, or they're in it, like they're a part of it. And, you know, some people are like, fuck yeah, I want to be in it, but they don't really realize what that means. And, you know, if we're documenting what we're thinking and feeling in the present moment, and we're being very vulnerable and real about what's going on, and what's going on, like, there's not, like, with the journals, I can kind of select what I want to talk about. Like, I can zero in on something, and I can focus on that, and I can push all this other stuff to the side. But, like, as there's more and more of that I can't express, like, I get, like, really confined, and then all I can think about is the fact that I'm feeling restricted and isolated, and I go into this dark place. But, like, do I want to give all this up? Do I want to just stop the journal completely so that I can have a normal life? Or do I want to finish what I started? Is there another path here? All of these questions. So that's why I'm here, actually. Just taking a time out, and I am listening to the intuition. And it's like going through the fucking intuition voicemails, because I haven't been answering the phone. There's like hundreds of voicemails, like, dude, just wanted to check in with you. It seems like you're going off track. Dude, I called you yesterday, no response. I just want to hear from you. I want to know that you're okay. Dude, oi, come on, man, just call me back. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to criticize you. I just want to know that you're okay. Dude, come on, answer the fucking phone. It's like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll call you back soon. I just gotta take a minute and figure this out. That's the story about right now. So if you related to this video in any way, click the like button for me, leave your comments down below, share some of your stories if you like, subscribe if you haven't already, and go check out kailives.com, where, you know, that's what this is all about. That's what I'm working towards, everything that you can see on that website. Thanks for watching.